So we wanted to ask you what the minimal requirements are of contribution to be listed as a co-author.
The article-based system also creates some of these dilemmas and these difficulties. That the assumption, particularly on the side of the supervisor, is that they're automatically, or at least some supervisors, that they're automatically on every paper, and if they've done very little. So this is my context for saying that it should be really about, in a very natural sense, what people have done and what you've contributed. Some instances I've seen where people have facilitated access to a research site, or they've been somehow instrumental to the research project, but they may have done very little on the data analysis or on the paper itself. What that means is that, so one is, it should be, naturally there should be a contribution. If someone has done nothing, then I don't think he or she should be on the paper, but that's my take. So it shouldn't be on the basis of position that you can just feel entitled or claim that you can be on a paper. So that's basically wrong. That does happen, and that's where a line should be drawn. And then it's just a case of dialogue from the perspective from a PhD student. If you feel that if you have, I've seen these cases where people have 3 supervisors and one has done very little, then raise these issues if you feel uncomfortable with that or compromised, and then you can discuss it.
So for instance, order of authorship can sometimes be an issue that could cause conflict. So then how might we weight contribution for order of authorship? Like, does it matter who did more of the analysis versus who did more of the writing, and then how would that factor into the order?
The subtext is really as if we can somehow formally determine what it should be. I don't think you can. It's again a case of discussion and dialogue. And then in the case of the PhD context, inevitably you should have done most of the work, and in my book that means that you should be the first author. I mean, there's no question.
I was wondering what the responsibility might be of someone that's in charge of data collection to then also look at the analysis, or someone that's in charge of writing the discussion to look at the ethical, whether the ethical protocols were followed or not.
Point, and I think it's really important also for yourself to keep that in mind, that when you're collaborating, that you do share data, and that you do share aspects of the analysis. I've experienced 2 cases, one in Amsterdam when I was at the VU, where in the accounting area was working with another professor from overseas, and didn't have any oversight in terms of the data that was collected, and it turned out that a lot of it was fabricated.
Oh wow.
I also know of a case at our own institution that where it was also under time pressure, was distributed, and some parts of a text were sort of self-plagiarized by one of the co-authors. But then the others didn't really have time because of the time pressure or deadline to really do that. I mean, what both cases show, I mean, it's not always possible, but it's, as a code for yourself, it's really important to get into these open working relationships where people are happy to share versions, how they collected the data, the different steps. So like a logbook that you would keep in a lab, the different steps of collecting and analyzing the data.
I think,
but it obviously sometimes doesn't happen because there's big teams, or people are under pressure, or they believe the data, or they trust the other person.